and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Rachel Barber.
And I'm Nick Chang. Students and staff have been experiencing issues with the district's connection to Google applications.
Last week around Thursday there was a pretty major outage in the morning throughout most of the day where we had enough time to actually do some troubleshooting at that point. And we did notice that we think that it's possibly on our end and have at this point been actively working on it and have narrowed it down to more than likely being our firewall. We are actively working on solving the issue. I couldn't say whether or not the changes we've made have for sure fixed the problem, because today it's been intermittent, right? If we go a few weeks without any further issues, then we could say, yeah, we totally fixed the problem.
You can follow our updates on eyeofthetigernews.com.
Students in Casey Warden's class took a break from their Shakespeare unit to participate in a fundraiser for children in Liberia.
English teacher Miss Warden has decided to stray away from the original class agenda to sponsor orphans in Liberia.
I found out about Children of Compassion through Mrs. Clark. It was a way of pioneering this charity work through schools, and not only being able to raise funds for Africa and Roseville High School, but also to teach kids about social justice and what's happening in Liberia.
Charity organizer David Dionisi is working with Miss Warden to help these children in need.
Children of Compassion is an organization that was created to rescue orphaned and disabled children in Africa. It came about because I was working in Africa during the Ebola emergency, and there are so many children that are suffering in the aftermath of Ebola that working with leaders in West Africa, we decided we needed to do something to help these children.
Student in Miss Warden's class are continuing to work hard to raise funds in order to help these children.
It's just a really exciting idea, and it's a way of bringing people from all around the world together.
Warden's class successfully raised over $5,000.
Registration for a Wildland Fire Readiness Program is available to students at the College and Career Center.
The Wildland Fire Readiness Program is a program for students who are interested in learning about wildland fire services and protection. It is a class that is held on over 2 days during the weekend. For Roseville students, if they are planning on attending the training, lodging and food will be provided. Compensation is also provided to students who attend.
Students interested in attending the Wildland Fire Readiness Program have until November 12th to register.
Student government is collecting for Toys for Tots. You can pick up an ornament during both lunches in the cafeteria until next Wednesday. The last day to turn in presents to room 606 will be next Friday.
A Teacher Professional Development Day was scheduled for next Wednesday, but will be revoked due to losses in instructional minutes. It will no longer be a minimum day.
We now go to Cale Gibson with sports.
Good morning, and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Cale Gibson. 2 RHS athletes are taking the field. However, it's not for any sport offered here at Roseville High School. Senior Brandon Walker and sophomore Ryan SZEKULA play lacrosse for the Wood Creek Club team. We go to Emily Wright with more.
After some influence from his friends, sophomore Ryan SZEKULA began to compete in the sport lacrosse.
I think 8th grade is when I started because some of my friends were going to play, so I was like, whatever, because I was going to stop baseball that year. And I started and I really liked it, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but then I just started liking the game so much more and practicing and started going to camps.
SZEKULA plays on the Wood Creek competitive team, but recognizes the diversity of the athletes in the program.
Well, it's a club team, so it's not like all the kids go to Wood Creek and I'm the only kid who plays from a different school, so that's probably like half and half. Half the kids go to Wood Creek, half go to Roseville, Del Oro, Rockland, like that, so I mean.
SZEKULA has been gaining exposure to collegiate coaches and is driven to compete at a higher level.
And there's a ton of college scouts, and I got asked by 2 of them to play in a showcase game, and they told me what they liked about me playing and what they want to see more of, and how I have a bright future, and so I just want to do the best I can and see where that takes me.
Teammate Brandon Walker found his passion for competitive lacrosse at a young age.
I started playing lacrosse for Wood Creek Club in 2011. I was part of the first year of the U15 team.
Through lacrosse, Walker has learned valuable life lessons.
Playing the game of lacrosse is supposed to be to please the creator, and it's supposed to be a respectful game, and that's taught me to respect my teammates and my opposition.
Walker has found controversy by competing for Wood Creek lacrosse.
I got some backlash about it for wearing like Wood Creek lacrosse clothing and stuff like that before, but it's not that bad because it's not like we play Roseville or anything, so it's really just playing a club for another school.
Walker hopes to pursue lacrosse in years to come.
Finish my senior year and then maybe ref or coach when I'm an adult.
In other news, the JV and varsity football teams took on the Oakmont Vikings in the last game of the season on Friday night. The JV would go on to take down the Vikings with a score of 57-21, making their final record 8-2 overall and 6-1 in league. The team would go on to tie for first place in the CVC right next to the Whitney Wildcats. The varsity team would go on to lose to the Vikings with a score of 27-8, making their final record 1-9 overall and 1-6 in league. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Kale. After the constant scrutiny of the past games, the Call of Duty franchise went back to its World War II roots in the newest game, Call of Duty World War II. The most popular feature, multiplayer, plays super smooth and the graphics are stunning. The visuals look so much better than the previous games, and the drab colors that were complained about in other games seem perfect in this one. The weapon variety seems small at first compared to other games, but the weapons are very different from each other, which other games in the franchise have had trouble doing. The last couple games, which were very futuristic with jetpacks and other futuristic qualities, the classic Call of Duty feel is a breath of fresh air. Most other Call of Duty games, the campaign is very bland. The storyline is lacking and has very little emotional ties that would make me want to finish it. The game is honestly a lot of fun, as with most Call of Duty games, and if you're a fan of these types of games, then it is a must-buy.
Thanks, Jackson. Black Student Union members are currently taking part in a local student mentorship program.
The Black Student Union has recently worked with the Kappa Leadership League for a mentorship program. BSU advisor Kalisha Jones believes the mentorship program will have a positive influence.
The Kappa Alpha League or Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, they have been working with Roseville Joint Union High School District for the past 5 years. They just talk about a variety of subjects and expose the young men to different types of experiences. They were working with students over at Wood Creek, and then Mr. Borhan at the district office, he contacted me and asked me if I would, because I'd wanted to start a mentorship program for students, especially the young men here. And the leader of the group, he contacted me and we started going from there.
Senior Caitlin Tran attended the fraternity event to take pictures and quickly got a feel for what direction it was aiming towards.
There were people who came from lower end communities, I think, and they didn't have people to look up to when they were growing up, so they wanted to create a program where black males could look up to and have a mentor.
Jones hopes to see more students get involved.
I'm still looking for more students to join the leadership and mentorship program. It's a really great program. It's nationwide. It teaches students how to be great young men to grow them into leaders.
Project Lead the Way teacher ERIN GRANUCCI and a group of RHS students revived the medical club this fall.
With the medical club now, it's about getting involved in charitable events, awareness events, so we have a large group. We have about 52 kids who have joined, and our first major campaign is going to start next week. So we are doing an FOP awareness campaign, and we have a family that's personal friends of mine who are going to be participating with it. It's a very rare genetic disorder. On November 13th, we're going to ask everybody to wear blue and green, which are the FOP colors, and we're going to invite the Case Holt family in to speak to the medical club.
Medical Club meets on Tuesdays during first lunch in room 702 and during second lunch in admin 9.
Peer Helping will be holding a fundraiser today at Big Spoon Yogurt and the Fountains from 1 to 10 p.m.
As a heads up, students will have the day off this Friday due to Veterans Day. Consequently, there will not be a Friday show this week, but make sure to look out for the print edition of Eye of the Tiger next Monday. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeoftigernews.com. See you next time.